So, what do you think you've seen?
Right, so hi everyone. Just recap. Reviewed motion picture when it first Director's Cut when it came out in the cinema. Great, absolutely awesome to see a motion picture. That was obviously a couple of weeks ago. Me and my friend Paul saw it. Absolutely brilliant to see motion picture in the cinema. Advise anybody who's not went to see it, go and see it. But we've just reviewed today, Sunday, the Rafa Khan in Paisley Showcase Cinema, and awesome to see. Absolutely touched up to perfection. I mean, the colour is beautiful. It's really nice to see the blood effects, the whole explosion, everything, the whole Genesis can, the whole Genesis device blowing up, everything perfect. Brilliant movie. My only concern is be prepared to be, it's not, maybe not a big issue, but it's a little small issue, is they don't seem to have the dialogue for when Kirk gets beamed on board the Enterprise, when the Reliant is chasing the Enterprise when they're going into the nebula. Kirk obviously puts his uniform on and obviously speaking to Spock like what's operative below CDEX, that not much, but auxiliary power, best we can do in 2 hours. And when they're climbing up the shaft towards the bridge, there's supposed to be a bit of dialogue between Kirk and Spock, like, that man's my son, fascinating. But when you go to see it, they've completely took that dialogue out of that film. There's nothing. You see them climbing up the shaft, Kirk climbs up and then Spock climbs up and closes the shaft, and there's no dialogue whatsoever. Yet a way back in, like, when the DVD was released a way back, what, years ago, way back 2000, what was it, 2002? Was it 2002? There was dialogue. They had it. They had the dialogue for Rafa Khan. It was brought out Director's Cut, and there was dialogue. They had it there. So it was like, I don't know if it's lost, I don't know what, but there's no dialogue. But all I'm saying is, go see it. It's brilliant, but be prepared for that. Just that wee bit that kind of disheartens you a wee bit, because you would think they've got everything nowadays. They've got all the technology. You would think they would fit. I know it's a wee bit smaller dialogue, but you would think they would still fit it in. To have it in. Also, there was a video me and my friend Paul looked up on YouTube about the supposed long extended dialogue that Sulu has before they actually go to the Enterprise, when he goes, "I'm delighted, any chance to get behind the helm of the Enterprise," and he's supposed to say "however," but they don't have that dialogue. He goes to say how, and it cuts, and then it cuts back, and he's like, it cuts back to Kirk going, I'm delighted, I'm grateful, I don't think these kids could stay here. And you're like, right, you have like this dialogue there, like how have you not got that dialogue? Because the dialogue's there. It's like YouTube have it, and YouTube shows reviews that guys actually doing like the actual dialogue, and you actually see the dialogue, you see the name of the character, the dialogue, then it goes to the next person, and you've got all the dialogue there. Like, get it in for fans to see. I don't know if it's maybe Rafa Khan, a TV version or what, you know, like there's a Superman TV version which is different from the actual, you know, Superman movie. There's a different version, so I don't know, but all I'm saying, guys, is that be prepared when you get to that dialogue when Kirk and Spock are climbing up the shaft to head towards the bridge. There's no dialogue. He's supposed to say, "That man is my son," and then Spock says, "Fascinating." There's no dialogue. They just climb up the shaft, and then that's it. But anyway, go and see it. It's an absolute spectacular. It's the best I've seen Rafa Khan look in a long time. It is really explosions, everything. I mean, Khan, and he's kind of like, his like uniform, like his uniform that he has and all that and stuff, it just looks brilliant. The creatures, the earwig creatures that go in, they look amazing when they're going in the ear, and even when they come out Chekhov's ear, and then when Kirk phasers it, and it just looks really awesome. So definitely, guys, go and see it. It's awesome. This is a review. Hopefully they'll bring Search for Spock into cinemas. I'd like to see that in cinemas, and I'd like to see all the others 4, 5 and 6. So anyway, guys, this is my review. I've been Thomas Law. Go and check it out, and just like to finish off with, live long and prosper.